Good morning, gardeners, and Happy New Year. This is the DC Beltway Gardener in Denver with a New Year garden kickoff. It's frozen right now. I've been steadily working on my new garden setup since I last left you this summer. So we'll do a quick garden tour here. Let's show you what's growing on this frozen January 1st morning. First, I have a garden enclosure for the rest of my yard. I do have a patio up there, and it does have planters around it that we'll see some flowers and lavender. But we'll go ahead and give you kind of an overview first. Then I'll start from the bottom of the enclosure here. It's about 17 degrees this morning on New Year's Day. We had some light snow. Okay, big picture. We have garlic on the bottom, and on the top I'm going to have a sunflower, squash, and snap bean garden there, and I'll show you some of the things I have going on. So first, this fall I planted 4 beds of garlic here. And there's probably about, let's see, one bed here has 24 on this side, and looks like about the same amount on the other side. So maybe I have about 200 heads of garlic growing here. In the spring, I'll be adding some fish emulsion, encouraging growth, and then we'll see how the harvest looks July. I properly prepped them this time, expecting larger bulbs than I did in the plot where I had no time to show up and take care of. This is a pretty bad dry spot, but it's also a low spot. So I'm thinking of creating a waffle garden right here, where I'm going to attempt to dig squares into the ground and put some nodding onions and some other perennials. I may not be able to get through the ground. It's like cement here on our mesa. This is the original fence, the original perimeter of the garden, really designed to keep my dog out, nothing else. I'll keep a few segments up to grow snap beans off. I'll continue to use my large metal planter here as a determinate tomato, and I'll put a few of the cherry tomato favorites. It got really crowded in the last year, but it was very productive. If I use smaller tomatoes, I may not have as much crowding. I might even use some paste tomatoes like the 10-finger Naples seeds I have saved when I was in Virginia. That means that these two, all my mulch blew off. Round planters here will be root vegetables. I'll have some carrots and beets, parsnips. Instead of doing potatoes in here, which was kind of like hide and seek, I'll do potatoes in grow bags instead and keep these for the other vegetables. I do have a rhubarb plant in this flower mound. There's usually daisies in there. I'm hoping to expand this, build another one to get more beneficial insects and pollinators into the garden. These will become pepper pots. This is some more grow bags. And a few months ago, my major addition here is this large garden structure. So since the cover on the metal bed was successful, my thought is to hang some hailcloth over tomatoes in that box, coupled with carrots, and then put some hailcloth over. I can probably get another 2 bags. Those are 25-gallon bags for tomatoes, so they all fit. That was just to verify. One thing I did is this material is actually expanded and rehydrated coconut coir. So this self-watering bed, I started with some corrugated pipes on the bottom with a fill stand. I got coconut coir in there, and then I have a layer of raised bed soil and compost. So this is a 2x2 by 8 garden bed. I can probably get 16 tomatoes in there if I use some square foot techniques. So I'll still have quite a bit of tomatoes, but I'll have to be patient till August. I added a weather station to get an idea of my microclimate, idea of my prevailing winds. I'm wondering if I should put up some sort of barrier to not dry the plants out as much, but I also don't want to block light. So I'm getting an idea of what it's really like here on the mesa instead of down where the NOAA station is. This formation here is this is my waffle garden. My family was very nice, and I got some Colorado gardening books for Christmas, and one of the things recommended is that when you grow in a desert is to dig squares so that the water will sink down into the roots. So we'll try this here with some Four Sisters garden of squash, corn, sunflower, and snap beans, and see if it works. If it works, this is gonna be pretty productive. I got a lot of squares going on. I didn't complete it all. I was out here December 26th, day after Christmas, digging, since it was nice and 50 degrees and sunny, the opposite of what it is right now. And over here, this will be one of my first flower beds. I kind of roughed it out with some of the sod chunks left over from my patio project. So there you go, gardeners. I'm excited. I'm counting the days until I can get started growing some onions and shallots inside, build a cold frame for the greens and salad mixture, another cold frame if I have time for it, and then really just building out this garden area I have. So with that, please let me know what your garden plans are for the year. It's an annual plan you actually have to build. So post your comments and questions and ideas so I can also copy you. So Happy New Year, and like and subscribe. I'll leave you with a final view of the Front Range there. Good day.